Governor Polis made headlines when he declared this rock the state's newest attraction. Instead of moving the boulder that fell into Colorado 145 after a rock slide, a new road is now going to be put around it. So just how big is it? We thought we'd compare it, its size, shape, and weight, to a few things that might put it in perspective. Say hello to Colorado's newest roadside landmark, Memorial Rock. This CDOT worker really doesn't put in perspective its size and weight. It's 50 feet wide. That's the length of 8 full-size beds, 7 times as tall as the late Andre the Giant, and slightly under the height of that blue bear at the Colorado Convention Center. The rock is 50 feet long, too. That's a little bit longer than an 18-wheeler semi-truck trailer. It'd be like moving something the size of 8 refrigerators side by side or being next to a humpback whale. It's 26 feet high, taller than 2 regulation-sized basketball hoops, half the size of the Hollywood sign, and slightly shorter than Casa Bonita's indoor waterfall. It's been described as the size of a house. Based on the dimensions, that's 2,500 square feet. In Denver, it would sell for roughly $500,000. The weight, 8.5 million pounds, 700 times as heavy as an elephant, 60 times the weight of a tank. And for the Colorado brewers out there, as heavy as 55,000 kegs.